Yes, now, bless now. Don't forget the rest now. Better bing. DEZ at KOTP That's King of the Pit TV signing in. Bruh, we're listening to the Germs today. Alright. What's GI is the name of this record. I mean, I've seen the artwork enough. I've never paid attention to it. I know about Lexicon Devil. I think I heard Lexicon Devil initially off of the Tony Hawk soundtrack, such as a lot of hardcore music. Or punk music, if we're looking at it as punk rock at this particular time frame in history. You tell me, right? I don't know too much about this band whatsoever. I seen a live set of the band. I didn't watch it for long. They didn't sound good live, or at least the set I was watching sounded atrocious. I'm gonna tell you the complete honest truth, right? So I haven't got incredible high hopes, but we got producer here from the get-go, Joan Jett, Darby Crash, and we've got Pat Smear as well. Pat Smear went on to play second guitars in Nirvana at one point, I think, and Pat Smear now is he in the Foo Fighters? Pat Smear went on to perform in decent bands, but of course the Germs are a historic band, very important band I need to delve into and understand a little further. So we're going to get onto it. As always, if you want to access all of the full album listens without wasting your time for me to upload it song by song by song, link is down in the description. This one's entitled What We Do Is Secret. It's 45 seconds long, so I'm going to do that and Communist Eyes, which is track number 2 of the record. We've got 16 numbers on this. Let's go. Come on. Reminds me of someone, but I don't know what. Let me continue. It's a good sound, it's good production. Who's it remind me of? Dude, this sounds very close to that main riff, at least the main verse. Oh, I think it's the vocals as well. It's doing my head in. Let's keep it moving. Communist Eyes.
Cut.
Is it the Descendants I'm thinking of? The production value? It sounds a bit Descendants-y. Obviously, the Descendants came after. Don't bloody go on at me. But yeah. Look, I hear the Descendants there, you know. I like the production. Is this a remaster?
Look through the communist eyes, see blood that dies like a flag of working people. Look into the light,
Oh, this is really good. This is really good. I think I'm gonna like this record. This sound is good. This sounds good. Oh, this is a band that I would like to see live. This sound, the energy, just buying loads of alcohol from the bar, chucking your tin, you know what I mean? It's got to be a DIY venue. People are smoking bud outside, dashing the remnants of your can over before cracking open another one, going for a dance. This is a great vibe for me. I like this a lot already. Come on, here we go. Great minimalist production. You can hear the bass, you can hear the guitar, you can hear the vocals, you can hear the drums, you can hear the backing vocals. What more do you need? What more do you need? fading it out. I don't even know what the dude's saying. It's not communist eyes. And if it is, it's a blank. Great introduction. Great introduction. I'm looking forward to the rest of this record. We got Land of Treason coming up next. Let's waste no time, people. Dezrocksteady at King of the Pit TV. Yes, now blessed. Now we're listening to GI by the Germs, the full album. We're on track 3 of 16. This one's entitled Land of Treason. Yo, let's have a quick deke at the credits. Man like Darby Crash. How did Darby Crash die? Was it an overdose or something? Somebody want to let me know? Somebody give me a bit of insight on this dude, please. I don't know nothing about him. And Pat Smear. I've been requested to do a bit of Runaways. Yo, I thought we were gonna get a solo. Did you hear that little note blending? I like that. It's so bold for what I want. The band's playing surprisingly tight on record from what I heard on that live set. Vocals slurred, bit of a blur, very legato if you want to use that term. But of course it's punk rock music, we don't care, do we? We got Richie Dagger's Crime coming up next, alright? There's Rocksteady King of the Pit TV signing in. Richie Dagger's Crime is the title of this one, track 4 of 16. Let's rock on, come on now. We got a proper riff going on here. I mean, we've gone from free-chord punk to something a little more now. Anyone seen the decline of Western civilization? I've not. I've just seen that the Germs are on it.
Boy, nobody all at once. You set your mind ablaze.
Ooh, clean.
Sparkling eyes and visionary chaos.
That's a clean lead melody.
Stood like a remnant from an outbreak past. Or something in boy, was he sass. Rich stag, I can storm swag, I can take the night. Whoa, whoa, whoa. Rich stag, and I'm young and mag. Boy, nobody all at once.
Quite a change in energy, a change in musicianship, different vocal performance to what we've been hearing. We've got Strange Notes coming up next. Hold on tight. Yes, now bless. Now we're listening to the Germs. I'm enjoying the experience. This one's entitled Strange Notes, track 5 of 16. Let's jump straight in. Come on. The bass lines are really clear on this production.
Billy Drew's face is marble. Keeps every thought in its place. Left the days to tomorrow. Someone's always walking on his grave. Well, it's just like Gabo. Talks out of saturnine pace.
I mean, the drummer really does define punk rock, eh? That drummer has just got the punk beats to a T. No messing about. That was Strange Notes. I mean, we're sticking to convention now. Let's keep it moving. We've got American Leather, then Lexicon. Yes, now bless. Now don't forget the rest. Now Des at KOTPTV. Let's get back into it. Listening to GI, the LP by the Germs. This one's entitled American Leather. It's 1 minute 11, so I'm actually going to flow this one into the classic, which is Lexicon Devil. Let's get straight into it, people. Come on. What I'm going to do is I'm actually going to open up the Wikipedia page because, you know, we're getting to a point now where 3 chords, if the riff is, you know, not necessarily thought-provoking, and I've said what I've said about the production already and so forth, I want to have a little something to say, so I'm going to get the Wikipedia page open so we can have a look into a couple of talking points in regards to not only this record but the band themselves, because I know nothing about it. We've got Lexicon Devil coming up. Alright, hold on, let me get this page open. Right. Okay, so no, I'm not going to do Lexicon Devil in this one. What I'm going to do is we're going to have a look at some factoids, see what a guan. So, American punk rock band from LA, originally active from 76 to 80. The band's classic lineup consisted of Darby Crash, Pat Smear, Lorna Doom, and Don Bowles. Okay, they only released one album, which is the one we're listening to, produced by Joan Jett. Featured in The Decline of Western Civilization, alright, which chronicled the LA punk movement. Germs disbanded following Crash's suicide. He committed suicide. We need to have a quick deke into that, right? The music was influential. Smear went on to perform with Nirvana and Foo Fighters. Right, fuck the band. Let's have a look what happened to Darby Crash then. So, formerly Bobby Pin, right? He overdosed on heroin at the age of 22. Fair. What more can be said? Let's keep it moving. We'll look into a few more bits later on in the record. We got Lexicon Devil coming up next.
You're eating pop chips with the
Yes, now, bless now. dezrocksteady, King of the Pit TV. We are listening to Lexicon Devil, which is track number 7 of 16 on the Germs only record, GI, okay? I've heard a variation of this song. I've heard both variations. One of them's a bit faster than the other. I don't know which one's which. I initially heard this on the Tony Hawk soundtrack. This has got a ton more views than the other tunes, purely as this is, you know, for some reason this one seems to be the one that stood out on the record and started to get synced to media. You tell me why, I've no clue. As always, if you want to access all of the full album listings, links down below. Let's get straight into it. This one's Lexicon Devil. Peace. Let's see if we can make sense. One thing I remember this was, give me. I like it. So does anybody, any punk rock historian want to tell me why this song in particular took flight above and beyond all of the rest of the songs on this record? Somebody want to let me know of that. Was it because it was on a video game soundtrack, or was it prior to that there was a reason for the soundtrack to choose this one song? I don't know, you tell me. Oh, it's getting late for you, but past my bedtime. We got Manimal coming up next. Hold on tight. dezrocksteady, King of the Pit TV, not sponsored by Belvedere Vodka, even though it's been pushed upon every single video I've watched. This one's Manimal. Let's go. The last song is 9 minutes 41. What? Yeah, I'll tell you what, people, I wish I had something more to say. I mean, at this point, I'm starting to feel a little uninspired by the band's music. You know, sometimes I will listen to an act and I'll think, wow, I want to write a couple of tunes myself after hearing that. Wow, this is sending my mind in a direction as to where I can sort of create ideas. This, lyrically, I can't really follow too much because of the performance. Instrumentally, he's good, and I think his trademark is the sort of wacky vocals there. That must be the trademark, because I don't really hear too many other frontmen doing this. Like a rabid animal. What we're going to do on the next tune is have a quick dig at the Wikipedia again and see if we can find any cool factoids. We've got Our Way, track number 9 coming up. Let's keep it moving. Come on.
I'm getting some work done.
Dezrocksteady, King of the Pit TV signing in. This one's entitled Our Way. We're listening to the Germs. This record is GI. I've got the Wikipedia page open here, not only of Derby Crush but of the Germs. So let's have a little look at the history. What we'll do is that we'll delve into the tune and then we'll have a look at a bit of the histoire. Alright. Another slower paced number. As much as the music, I feel, doesn't break many boundaries, I do like the logo, if not the album cover. I am a big fan of circles, and I just find it very pleasant to look at. It's very modern art, that cover. Whether you consider it modern or not, I don't know, but looks like a proper artist has done it. So, Derby Crash and Pat Smear started a band after being kicked out of university for antisocial behaviour, allegedly for using mind control on fellow students. Their original name was Sophistifuck and the Revlon Spam Queens, but they had to shorten the name as they could not afford that many letters on a t-shirt. The initially hypothetical first lineup consisted of blah 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 blah. On the first performance, Darby stuck the mic in a jar of peanut butter. It was a dare. We had no songs or anything. Lorna wore her pants inside out, and Darby covered himself in red licorice. We made noise for 5 minutes until they threw us off. Hey, you know what? It might not have been a pleasant audio experience, but I bet it was interesting to watch. You know, some people write incredible music and are very entertaining, but that, on the other hand, is performance art, isn't it? The Germs initially drew musical influences from Iggy Pop, Bowie, Ramones, Runaways, Sex Pistols, and New York Dolls. Early on, Smear was the only musically experienced member. Doom survived early performances by sliding a finger up and down the fretboard of her bass, whilst Rhea generally kept a minimal beat on the bass drum, periodically bashing a cymbal. Hey, this is punk rock 101, isn't it? Early performances were usually marked by raucous crowds made up of the band's friends. As a result, their gigs became notorious for being rowdy and usually verged on a riot. Interesting stuff. Let's keep it moving. That tune was entitled Our Way. Next, we've got We Must Bleed at a major 3 minutes long. All right, above 3 minutes. Let's keep going. Dezrocksteady, King of the Pit TV. Oh, I was watching Desolated at Donfest, people. Hold on. I've got the wrong. I got the wrong bloody ting up. It went and caught the wrong window, didn't it? This one's We Must Bleed. Track 10 of 16, we're listening to the Germs. Come on. Long track this, 3 minutes, 5 seconds. Oh, come on. Thought we were going to kick in on that riff then. That would have been half decent. I like that riff. Let's go. I like that descending chorus, chord progression, and the way it's performed. I like that a lot. Very, very high intense, beautiful stuff. I like it. We must bleed. We must bleed. Nightman feels the right. Something scorching, big fight. Touch the fear, clutch my sight. 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 We must bleed. We must bleed. We must bleed. We must bleed. Germs a go-go. We must bleed. Tribute. I want out now. sick. I like that bit. That was sick. Slow it down. Arguably, that was the best song on the record so far. I think that was the best record. Personally, I thought that was the best song I've heard by Germs so far. I like that one a lot. Structurally, it was good. Lyrically, it was good. I really liked the outro, instrumentally, and the last bit of vocal there. That was really good. That was really good. That was really good. We've got Media Blitz coming up next, track number 11.
When you realise smelly laundry can be
Des.
caused by odour...
Rocksteady at King of the Pit TV. This one's Media Blitz. We're listening to the Germs. Little factoid before we get into it, which I just caught during that last song, is the first single, Forming, was recorded on a 2-track recorder in Smear's garage, and it arrived back from the pressing plant with the note, "Warning, this record causes ear cancer," printed on the sleeve by the plant staff, much to the band's displeasure. I thought it was quite good. Media Blitz, let's go.
Got television, got supervision, no shit for you. Media blitz, media hit me. Don't stay eyes on deep screen, can you realize what we've seen? Taking just from a mad machine. Don't be big between the lines, no vision.
So I've got the wiki open for the album. We'll delve into a bit of info as we're going through these last few songs. Well, I say last few, we're on track 11 to 16, you know what I mean?
See signs, you play part of the mastermind. We see signs, we do right, we play by idle time. We're government fixed, our social content to watch the idle rhyme. Got television, got supervision, no shit for you. Media blitz, media is weird.
The heck? That blagged my head then. I thought I was getting intercepted.
Medium. And Susan, sir, do you want to hear always forever?
Bleed your heart, that's all it would. For them start, we plan first. Forget the truth, accept your curse.
The observations of
Maybe just are able to predict we're paying a high price.
First and possibly only samples we'll hear on the record. I wonder if they were strategically chosen. I wonder if there's anything symbolic with the samples that I use. Right. There's Rocksteady King of the Pit TV, the other newest one. Yo, let's jump straight in. This is track number 12. Well, I say let's jump straight in. Let's read a couple of factoids in regards to this record. See if it's all interesting that comes up. It was recorded in about 3 weeks with audio engineer Pat Burnett. The album's clarity redefined the Germs for California audiences who had only seen the band thrash around on stage while an intoxicated Crash avoided singing into the mic as much as possible. The album's final track, Shut Down Annihilation Man, was recorded live in the studio using improvisation at the end of the lengthy track, which the band usually closed their concerts with. I'm not looking forward to hearing a 9 minutes Germs tune, in all fairness. The posthumous Cat's Claws release included a live Never Ending version, which was pressed with a locked groove. What's a freaking locked groove? Who cares? I'm not reading about it. According to Bob Bigg, Slash Records founder, the album cost the label $6,000 to produce. Enemy placed GI number 90 on their 101 albums to hear before you die list. Dudes, I gotta check that out. I'm saving that 101 albums to hear before you die list by Enemy. I'm gonna check that one out, people. See what we've got. See what we've got. 2021 GI was placed at number 430 on the 1001 albums you must hear before you die book series. I'm not gonna go that deep. Right, there we go. That's as much information as we're getting on this record. Alright, so let's go into it. The other newest one, this is called. Not my favourite tune so far. I think this is pretty crap, this one.
You're not the first, you're not the last. Another day, another crash. You're not the first, you're not the last. Another day, another crash. You're not the first. You're not the last. Another day, another catch.
Yeah, I thought that was rubbish. I thought that was a very boring one. I didn't like that one much. That's about it. I was reading Darby Crash's Wikipedia page. Quite an unfortunate upbringing as far as parents are concerned. And was it his brother? His brother also fell victim to heroin overdose. His eldest half-brother, Bobby Lucas, died of a heroin overdose at the age of 27. Can you believe it? We've got Let's Pretend coming up next, track number 13. Hold on. Yes, now, bless now. Watching a little bit of Charlie here. Played the worst game of the year so far. Don't you mind that? We're back on with the Germs. Let's Pretend. From the album GI. This is track 13 of 16. Let's go. Come on.
Out on the streets, what you looking for? Thing in your bed, just another whore. Tear in your eye, not tear at all. Good to touch, you can never fall. Stream in your mind, it's against delicious. Let's turn your cool. Let's turn suspicious, yeah. Let's turn your fool. Leather's tight, but you wear it full. Together's right, but you got it cool. Cut your wrist, but you don't feel pain. Change your mind, but you still feel sane. Dream future that you just can't see. Standing out just to crush it all free. Scream your full life just to die. Let's pretend you're delicious. Let's pretend you're cool. Let's suspicions, yeah. Let's pretend you're cool.
The heroin overdose Darby Crash died of was intentional. Wowzers. So a little bit of information. Crash travelled to, well, in regards to his final years at least, Crash travelled to Britain where he became heavily enamoured with the music of Adam and the Ants. Prince Charming, oh, Prince Charming. He adopted an Adam Ant inspired new look that included a mohawk and put on a considerable amount of weight. He formed a band which was described by Smear as like the Germs but with worse players. Can you believe it? Committed suicide from an intentional heroin overdose on December 7th, 80 in a house in the Fairfax district section of Los Angeles. Law has Crash attempted to write Here Lies Darby Crash on the wall as he lay dying but not finishing. In reality, he wrote a short note to Darby Crash band bassist David Bosco Danford that stated, "My life, my lever, my love goes to Bosco." That's hard. That is beyond punk rock, that. His death was largely overshadowed by that of John Lennon, who was killed by Mark David Chapman, apparently, in New York one day after Crash's suicide. Unfortunate, mate. But I guess that's punk rock, innit? Casey was supposed to have died. Since his death, his mother received the Germs album and merchandise royalties. Fair shout. Thanks to Darby's deal with Bug Records that was drafted a few months prior to his death, Crash's mother, Faith, died in Los Angeles. Alright. Hey, in popular culture, it's interesting because the Descendants song Tony includes the lyrics, "Hey Bobby Pin had long hair, but you spit on Darby Crash. He had a fucking mohawk, man. Free you, blah, blah, blah." I don't care about them lyrics, but I heard the Descendants in the first Germs song we listened to, more or less. Or maybe the second one on this record. I thought it sounds like the Descendants. Oh, the Descendants sounded like the Germs, you know?
Dies in problems just like stealing a fix. Is your life to live or is it for kicks? Kick dirt in the face with the anger you're in. Stand on your chest, bro, don't let me in. Don't stand in the light cause you know you can't cry. Let's pretend you're delicious. Let's pretend you're cool. Let's pretend suspicions, yeah. Let's pretend you're fool. Allow you now.
That was Let's Pretend. Dragon Lady coming up next, track 14 or 16. Yo, I'm not even going to listen to the last track. To be honest with you, I'm too tired to listen to 9 minutes 41, so this ain't going to be a full album listen. It's a live rendition, innit, at the end anyway, what they recorded in the studio. I know it's going to sound shit, so let's keep it moving. Dragon Lady. There's Rocksteady, King of the Pit TV. This one's Dragon Lady. Let's go. We're listening to GI, start to finish. Well, I say that. I'm not listening to the finish. I'm not listening to the last track.
Boulevard. No way in, cause you're the son of God. She opened the door, the side-eye glance. Top of the floor, making a plan. Into you could pay a deed. Loud and dragon lady. Alongside you, no right. She's lived on between. Something I think.
Hear that? First little bit of lead guitar there, more or less.
Swirling creature culture ties, preacher schemes and self-denial. Talks of soul with news malao. It's sweet good parody, like the dragon lady. The low side, you know right, you should live on your dream. Clock on the man, all hands crossed. Running for the place of dust. Talk of town you should never be seen. Love relates with a wobbly machine. into prepare deep, like a drag lake deep. And alongside you, no ride, you lose on your dream.
Yo, we're gonna listen to The Slave as well. Let's finish this record off. Track number 15. 1 minute long.
Start your head, move your hand, body start shaking cause you're in demand. Slave to the beat of the news, gang. Lasting stars, you got your cards. Slave to the beat of the news, gang. Oh yeah, yeah, pull out Sam. I in my hand. You like to wasted, body slave stiff. Don't done now. You gotta drink, put your hands together. Rip and shackle, twist by around, you'll start to crackle. Slave to the beat of the news, gang. Lasting stars, you got your cards. Slave to the beat of the news, gang. Oh yeah, yeah, pull out Sam. In my hand, your life's wasted, body's wasted. Don't done now, you gotta trace it. Right here, right now, shake it in and out now. Lights on, off now, make it spin and fight now.
Right, so my reaction,
Cut.
considering I didn't speak too much on Dragon Lady and The Slave, which was track 14 and 15, my reaction is, I'm bored of this record. I'm bored of the record. You know, there's a couple of highlights in that. I think the best tune on this record is We Must Bleed, definitely. In regards to that, I'm not willing to sit down and listen to 9 minutes 41 of the last track. I just know I'm going to be bored to death. Too tired for it, mate. And as far as punk rock music, should wake me up a little bit. I feel like it's lacking. It was worthwhile me listening to this record. They got an interesting backstory, but I think the legacy and the legend of the band outweighs the actual musical content. I think it's just a bit bland for me. Really like the artwork. I think the artwork's some of the best, like the album artwork. But that's me signing out, people. That was the Germs GI. A little bit underwhelmed by the end of it, but I'm glad I managed to tick it off.